cable skull crushers. This is one of my favorite things. One of the benefits of this course with me is machine setup, because I'm going to show you how to set things up. This is, to me, I feel like one of the most important parts of this course. So what you're going to do is, if you have a cable setup similar to this, you're going to get on one side of the cables and we're going to lower it down. Now the height is we're going to have to play with this a little bit, and I'll show you how we'll know when we're in the right spot. So I'm going to guess for now. I'm going to put this cable a little bit higher than a flat bench. And then I'm going to incline this bench to around 30 degrees or so, 30, 45 degrees. I would say this is probably more around 30. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab, well, you can either grab a rope or you could grab a bar accessory. We're going to use a bar accessory today. So I'm going to use the same accessory I just used for the bicep. Okay, if you have a partner with you, this is a lot easier to get into. But if you don't, I'm going to show you what you're going to do. I'm going to guess on the weight here first. And I'm going to take this thing out and get on the bench. Kind of do this little maneuver where I grab around the bar and I roll into position. The biggest thing is to not pick a weight that's too heavy at first and to kind of play with this. So now we've got to determine whether the cable is the right height. How I'm going to know this is to see when I go to full elbow extension, does this cable hit my head? And am I able to maintain shoulder flexion, meaning my elbows are up this way, just similar to like if we had a barbell over here with weights, and maintain that position. So I've got this thing set perfect. What I did was I took the height of the cable just a little bit higher than a flat bench, like one or two notches. And that's going to be about the right height if you're around 30 degrees. Start my timer at a minute. I'm going to pause here, tighten my tricep before I move. This legitimately is definitely one of my favorite exercises. I think the cable is so smooth in the way this feels. And I love the fact that I can easily drop weight. So the shoulder position is different than what we just did for triceps on the other cable. So we are lengthened the tricep, and a lengthened tricep increases activation. I'm going to pause here, tighten before I move. Squeeze the top, controlling all the way back. I did set my timer for 45 seconds. I'm going to do a few extra because I said the weight's light. It's actually starting to not feel so light, but I would have went heavier had I known this was going to feel this way. Although maybe not, freaking A. I'm going to go for one more. I'm making my tricep fight this bar all the way back. I'm in control every single inch. Put this thing down and rest. This is a lot easier to do with a friend or with a spotter. If I had a rope on this thing, this would be even easier to get in and out of because the rope is longer. So you could just use a rope for your accessory, and then it's going to be easier to grab. If you wonder why I bias towards 60 seconds on the time under tension, because you're going to notice, being with me, that I bias towards 60. That's based on experience. That's not necessarily based 100% on research other than my own with people. And I think that 60 is the sweet spot. 40 to 90 is the research, right? 60 to me is the sweet spot for meeting a solid time under tension that keeps your workout at a length that most people can do. And it keeps the rest to work ratio pretty much the same because it's 60-60. And it ends up really adding up over time. I've just not found a time under tension model that worked much better than this. This 1-to-1 ratio seems to be, to me, almost